So we're still waiting on Dakota. Here's how this weekend's gonna go. We're gonna go meet a stock car legend, Mark Nichols. He's one of my main sponsors, and he's one of the people that's took care of me over the years. And he's actually got one of the main sponsors that I've got, Bodie Land Company. We're gonna go see him. He's pretty high up there. He's at the highest rank you can do at our home track, and he's got a late model. So we're gonna go see him, talk to him a little bit. He may give us some of his speed secrets, and we'll see what we can make up with all that. But we're, like I said, we're still waiting in Dakota as usual. It's 6:15 in the afternoon on a Friday night, and he's still not here. But as soon as he gets here, we're going to get on the road, and we're going to go see Mark and see if we can get started with this weekend. So we've been waiting on you about all night. You about ready to go?
I ain't nothing new, you know.
Oh shit. Well,
if I wasn't late, it wouldn't be the same.
Well, we're going to see Mark.
Mark.
We're going to go see Mark Nichols here just for a minute.
Cheater parts.
Have a little talk with him, and then we're going to get on the road with the rest of what we got going this weekend. I always like Cash. Cash is great. Gary ain't sitting down like dog. What's going on?
It's the fastest he's been all year.
Ah, shit. Lord, what's going on? We are out hanging around. Figured we'd come see you. What is up with this car this year?
Well, I tell you, I can kill you. So you got a lot of stuff torn apart here that you probably shouldn't be looking at.
Well, this is Mark Nichols. He's been one of my biggest sponsors over the years, and you know, he's one I've took tips from ever since the beginning. You know, ever since we actually started trying to make it a race car, you know, or trying to make it an upper class. But you know, Mark started out like we did in the bottom classes in a 4-cylinder. Actually, started out in the 4 cylinders and moved up to late models, just straight from 4 cylinders to late models, and had it figured out straight from the beginning. So, you know, this is the man you look up to try to get your stuff going right.
I get lucky a lot.
He's got some people on his pit crew that knows what they're doing, and he knows what he's doing. We figured we'd come over here tonight and kind of, you know, get in his brain and see what he's got going on this year. Maybe we can take that from his project and put it into ours.
That's might be a dangerous thing there.
A dangerous thing. Well, you got all the important stickers on the refrigerator here in the shop. That one right there, more importantly.
Like
all right, so I'm not going to get in too deep on the chassis and everything, but tell me a little bit about this car and what you've got in it and who your sponsors are and everything else like that.
it's a Pierce late model, obviously. Run an open motor, all aluminum 430. Sponsors are Barry Bodie. He helps me out a lot. He owns actually half the car. Jeremy Duffel helps out a lot, a ton. BKB Plumbing, Duder Farms. So we got David Davis Trucking, Newman Motorsports Services. He does a lot for me, shop work and all that stuff. Crawford Cattle Farms, they help out. CWC Mechanical, they help out a lot too. Adam Maple.
It's a really good looking car. I mean, like, from where you started, you've got to be kind of proud of how far you came, because, you know, like I said in the early excerpt, you know, you've you started out in 4-cylinder, and now you're in late model. There was nothing in between, really. You may have drove for somebody every once in a while, but like, you know, you went from the bottom to the top basically, and have really bloomed from there. So, you know, I mean,
late model's always been my dream car to have. I just didn't know I could drive one, and I just started in 4-cylinder and took off from there, won a bunch of races, and finally decided to make the jump. And this is where we are, living the dream.
It's really been impressive watching you run the last few years, and you've won probably the upper echelon of where you want to be at the Ridge is winning the Cup race. And you have won how many of those now?
I've won 4 of those.
You won 4 of the Glen Cup races.
In the late model division.
In the late model, and did you win any in the mini stock?
No, I did not.
No, did not.
I had one. The very first year that race started was the last year in my 4-cylinder, and I did not win it. I ended up breaking something.
More than a week old.
First year in late model, I won it 3 years in a row, and this has been my 6th year in late model. I've won it 4 times.
Yeah, so that's pretty much, you know, if you've got a Glen Cup race,
I'm happy to share it with you.
It's a real big honor because, you know, Glen and Trent started out the track. Well, actually, it's as old as I am, 30.
Next year will be their 35th year.
35th year, okay. And so that's a long-standing track for anywhere around here. You know, some tracks have been open. I think the only other track that's actually been open under the same ownership for that long, it's probably Riverside, and to be a part of that, you know, that legacy is really an honor, you know. So to win that many Cup races at the same track, that's really saying something. And you know, he's got, what'd you say, four in the late model. So, and that's the upper echelon of Crowley's Ridge. Really respectable driver. And I'm glad that we can have him on board with us. We share speed secrets and everything else like that. We're just junker drivers, you know. But this man right here, they've got their program figured out, and he's got a lot of motorsports history in here. Got a lot of door panels.
Yeah, I got a couple. That one out there is my pride and joy, that Moyer door.
The man Moyer. Is that senior or junior?
Senior.
All right, yeah. Either way, they're still both good drivers. He's got my sticker on one of the on the refrigerator here, but we still got some tire rubs on the front bumper. I would wear those with pride next year, even.
That's why I like the black, because you can't see those.
Yeah, the black's always. Hey, there's a black cat. They may be in trouble. So what do you think about Dakota?
It'll be fun driving this year.
You might be able to reel him into it for about a $5,000 weekend.
Yeah.
You got $5,000. You can drive us.
$500.
He got 500. Said he could drive it one night.
Man, I had $500 worth of fun in there.
That's about what it takes to run one of these guys. You know, every week is about shit. Really, after fuel and tires, you know, you're probably looking at about $500 a week.
It's not cheap.
It's not cheap, but it's fun and it's worth it. You know, so. Man, we have so much fun with all this stuff, but still, you know, to anybody, it's a challenge to take your family life and your personal life and everything else and try to, you know, fit it all into
Madness. Just madhouse.
It's addictive.
It's like any drug addiction except it's legal. You know, we can we can do this all year long and not go to jail. But
I still got to think about it the other day. There's not a day that goes by that I don't look at something racing related. Not a day goes by. Good.
Even driving on the highway, you get beside somebody, and you're like, that's right, you start having flashbacks. Yeah.
you get in that Highway 49 traffic, and then you're like, man, they're not going quick enough. Do you think I could draft them and pull around the outside like cold trickle? You know.
The inside of your cockpit looks like that after you're done, though.
Look at all these
That's
stickers.
what my cruiser looks like.
Yeah, but you know, evidently cruiser wins don't count for shit. So, but look at all these late model wins we've got right here. That man right there, the myth, the man, the legend,
I don't know about that.
the unicorn.
I get lucky a lot.
I wish I could get lucky as you. I think this is probably the first time you've been out to Mark's shop. Does this give you any ambitions towards the future of your driving career?
Yeah, when he gets old and dried up, you know.
When Mark finally gives it up, you think he might have a chance?
How about?
21.
21, exactly. It says it on the door.
We'll go with that.
Had a pretty productive night with Mark Nichols here, #1 man in the late model class right now. We're gonna get out of here and head home, but you know, it was good seeing you again. It's always a pleasure. It's an honor being in your shop and seeing your badass ride and everything. Maybe a young man here, Dakota, can learn something from it.
I hope. Anytime.
But you know what?
You got my number. So.
Always
How
appreciate
you gonna
your
feel though if I'm hanging up there on the end?